Good evening all and welcome to another Atherton Live Weather Queensland week ahead weather video update. It's been an interesting week across tropical Queensland, especially in the northern areas where we've had that inland trough approach and deliver some good rains to some areas. Some areas around the North Tropical Coast and Tablelands picked up the most of the rain with some falls of up to the 150 up to 200 millimetre mark throughout that district, and then as you headed down to the Herbert and Lower Burdekin, it slowed down, and then there was a little bit of a pickup across near the Bowen area. So in generally everywhere's picked up something, whether it's only been a small amount or a large amount, and now it has dried out, and we've got this next coming week is going to be a little bit drier, and hopefully it'll kick the wet season, or the storm season will get back into motion come at the end of the week. So we'll have a look and see what's actually happening around the area now. Now, as you can see here, we've got this is the storm forecast for tomorrow, 16th of December, 4 p.m. You see there's a little bit of a chance of some possibility of some storms just inland from the Cairns area, so that's probably taking the Atherton Tablelands and heading in northwesterly direction, and a little bit just inland of the coast of the west coast of the Cape. So yeah, just a little bit, and then just a little bit of an area here just to around the probably would you say the Hughenden area. But that's basically it around the North Queensland area. It's actually quite dry at the moment. And if we slowly head into Wednesday, you can see that it's starting to pick up a little bit more, and we're getting more northwesterlies pumping into the inland trough, which is still hanging quite back here, and storms are slowly picking up there. And we get into Thursday, and once again the possibility of storms is increasing, but once again it's just mainly in the far inland areas. Friday we can see basically push a little bit more east with that trough line and storms as well, but not along the east coast at the moment. And then we get into Saturday, we can see there's a possibility of storms, say from the inland area from Cairns right down to the Bowen area, right down to the Rockhampton area, you could say, at the moment, and then cross to just the north of Isa and into the Gulf country area. And then we get into Sunday, just around basically the Herbert Lower Burdekin district. But look, once again, this is possibility of storms, and even that there's not going to be a lot in them, unfortunately. We'll have a look at the MJO and see what it's up to. And at the moment, you can see the MJO is well in the Western Pacific at the moment, so that's going to probably increase the likelihood of more storms in the Pacific area around the New Caledonia, Solomons and Fiji, Vanuatu areas. So that has a possibility of low pressures forming and even cyclones. So as you can see, it's just crossing now to the western half, or you could say the far eastern half of the Pacific at the moment. But this is basically come across to our area from the end of November, and in that first week when we got those fairly heavy storm activity throughout the far north. And that will probably continue. It's coming a bit closer into the neutral area, so it could possibly become a neutral wave over the coming weeks. But there are indications that there is some more rain coming over the weekend, and then it looks like it may actually intensify over the Christmas time. So yeah, it's looking quite good during the Christmas Christmas dates. So we look at the 23rd, 24th, 25th, and even into Boxing Day and onwards, that there could possibly be showers and thunderstorms. If we have actually look at the Southwest Pacific, it's actually not very active at the moment, especially in this area. It's quite benign. We have an area of convection occurring over here where there's a chance of a small low forming, and then we have a lot of this is what we're looking for, this big thunderstorm that's coming across the equator, pushing into our area, and that's actually continuing to fire up right across the area, right through the Solomon areas, into the Papua New Guinea, and over to the Cape here, as you can see, and then along the coast here, the Northern Territory, Western Australia. So these pulses are fantastic. This is what we need to get that storm activity start to brew in the north again. So yeah, definitely good sign that these guys are starting up here. It's unfortunately the Coral Sea is quite quiet in this area at the moment. The Western Pacific's very quiet indeed. So we'll have a look at the synoptic chart at the moment, and as you can see, this is the latest one. So that inland trough is basically hit here, and it's anchored right across this area here, probably intersecting the coast in the Capricornia, or just in the Whitsunday area there, and there's not much feeding it, and unfortunately that's why a lot of the storms have dried out, and they're only occurring up here along the coast, especially where it's really hot and there's a bit of a northerly coming in here. But at the moment here, there's not a lot happening here. The inland trough has dried out, but that's going to change. It'll retreat probably west a little bit, back inland, and then reorganise with this incoming low here, trough here. So if we get into have a look at Wednesdays, we can see Wednesday the trough has washed out a little bit, but actually combined with this trough which is moving east and starting to pick up some showers across our area. Look, once again, they're not drought breakers. They're anything between the 2 millimeters and maybe up to the 8 or 12 millimeters range, but yeah, not a lot in our area on the Wednesday. The Thursday it seems to back off a bit, and that once again that trough stalls moving east, yeah, we've got some big heavy rains in the southeast corner of the state and the inland area, but backing off in our part of the world, unfortunately. Friday we get a bit of a pickup again as that trough moves further east, and we've got a bit of a trough here that's intersected the coast, probably around the Fraser Coast area, and the combination that will increase showers and storms in this vicinity of the inland of the Central Coast and Whitsundays and the Capricornia, and then light falls in the remaining parts of the district. And Saturday, once again, we can see a little bit of a pickup in the inland tropical interior. Yeah, and that's probably around the Charters Towers and west Georgetown area in there, but still fairly light along the coast. And then into Sunday, basically, yeah, that inland trough just hangs there. So look, there's no real big relief in this current weather that we're having. The heat is going to continue, unfortunately. We've got a bit of a high here coming the end of the week. It's going to drive some showers onto the coast and possibly some cooler southeasterlies, and that will drop the temperature back to the average around the 30s or early 30s, but if we're looking for really good rain, that's not going to happen at the moment. So we just have a look at the latest projected rainfall. We'll just zoom in a bit here. So as you can see, this is from the 15th to the 18th, so basically Buckley's chance of any rain over the next few days in our whole area that we're looking at, probably from the Cape Flattery area north, getting some showers, but yeah, not much at all in our area. We've got some here in the central parts of the northwest happening, but not much happening in our area. Then if we looked for the 8-day period, or the 4-day period after the 18th, from the 19th to the 22nd, and we can see there's that inland trough, and the southeasterlies are going to push some showers along the coast and along inland areas, but once again they're only light. They're only between the 1 and 10 mark. Some areas might be lucky to pick up to 15 over the next 8 days, so there's not a lot in it. Inland areas around the Gulf are picking up some good falls, some falls of up to 50 and even up to 100, isolated pockets of 100 mils there, which is great. And if we look from the 15th to the 22nd of December, and as you can see, that inland trough is really hung here and still dumping a nice consistency of rain in this area around the northwest, and around the Gulf country and even the western sides of the peninsula. But once again, the east coast from say Cape Flattery right down is in for just some light showers, nothing big at all. And unfortunately, that's probably just the trend that's going to happen over the next coming week. But hopefully, come into the week of Christmas and to closer to Christmas, there is indications that the inland trough will gradually start to push a bit more. So these rainfalls may actually contract to the eastern areas of the peninsula and the eastern areas of the east coast of Queensland, stretching right down from Brisbane right up. So there is a good chance of that. So mind you, it's a bit early to call now, but Christmas Day might be wet and probably stormy. But anyhow, until next time, we will talk again, and thanks very much for listening in. And once again, always just keep posted Atherton Live Weather for further updates and forecasts for every day. Have a great week, and we'll catch up next time. Thank you. Good night.